G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS SuperCoach channel. And today we're going to go through the Game Week 12 review. Obviously I didn't post a Game Week 12 preview going through my trades and stuff. Spoiler alert, I didn't go through any trades and I don't really think I changed much of my captaincy that much. But yeah, as you can see, we rolled with the same team with 2 weeks in a row. Scored a 98. Was the top 7% of the competition. I did go down 1,000, but a nice green arrow in the season rank went up 816. Now I'm at 2,200, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm in the top 5%, which is my goal by the end of the season. I still have about 26 weeks to go, so a long way ahead. But yeah, we'll just go through my team quickly and see how the whole team went. So we'll start from top to bottom. So Raya with a 3. Arsenal, how did they go last week? I think they gave up a couple goals. They gave up 1 goal against Tottenham, but they scored 4 themselves. But with a 3, it's interesting. They must have had it in the first 60 minutes, which is unfortunate. But a 3, I'm not really going to trade him or anything like that. Just going to roll with him, as you know, Arsenal's technically the best defense is what I'm aware of. So yeah, we'll just keep him there. I might have a look at like other goalkeepers potentially. I mean, just while we're here, sorry. Goalkeepers average. So he's a third highest, well, technically second highest, equal. Robin Rose. Maybe it's depending on different schedules and who's got an easier schedule for which goalkeepers. Probably that makes sense the most. But considering that Arsenal's got a very solid defence, he'll be there. Sorry, I was about to say Arsenal, but Munoz with a 23 brought him in, not last week, but the week before. He's had 2 really solid scores. I'm very happy bringing him in. I'm happy that I brought in a Crystal Palace guy into the team. Why isn't it loading? He's at a break even of 2, expected to make 1.6, but is he really going to score 20 against Manchester? Well, by history, they say yes. 23, 10, 12, 14, 4, 14, 20. I got him after this 12, got him at 10, 23 against Wolves. He scored a goal, which was great. They go against Man United. Then they got Burnley, Fulham, then a tougher matchup in City, then Leeds, Tottenham, Fulham, Newcastle. Like, they've got an okay run, Crystal Palace. So I'm very pleased with having them. Cucurella with a 9. How did Chelsea go? I didn't really keep much up to date with this. Well, they clean sheeted, sorry. So that would be where the 9 is. Arsenal in Calafiori wouldn't have because it was in the first 60 minutes. Senesi with an 11. That's a good bounce back. Interesting. I don't know what his scoring would have been, but with an 11, again, while giving up 2 goals, I'll definitely take that. He did go on a pretty bad run of, he had a 1-4. He did have a 10 and 5 and 5. He had 110 and 1 double digits within 5 weeks after I kind of brought him in. I think it was around here when he played Newcastle and Leeds. So it's good that he's back at the double digits. Bueno, I probably should have traded him ages ago, but here we are. Who really cares? Declan Rice with a 13. I'll definitely take that from him. Bruno Fernandes, 7 points. Man United, who they play? Oh, they lost to Everton. That's right. I forgot. What an interesting game that was. Obviously, me being an Everton fan, a very casual one, by the way. I do watch the highlights. I just love how Gay is, Indrissa and Guy, I think that's how you say his name, but just fucking punching on all of his teammates, which is just amazing. And then we somehow beat Man United with a 10-man lineup and just apparently defended super well. Jordan Pickford saved so many shots. Is he the best goalkeeper? Someone's got to let me know. But surely he's got to be up there. I mean, he does play for the England team, and I'm glad that we've got technically, if that's the case, that you've got the best English, goalkeeper. He'd be arguably one of the best goalkeepers in general. And yeah, I mean, he saved so many shots. What was his score, actually? I know we just were on, well, that's not how you spell Pickford. What an interesting name there, Pickford D's nuts. Yeah, it would have had a big game just before with all those saves. I'd love to see what it was. They do play Newcastle. He had a 16 and he's had a 14. So he was at that 5 mil mark, which was pretty interesting. Wow, 22 against Brighton. That's because he saved one. He saved a penalty. Yeah, so we might be going up in price. We can have a look at their fixture. So this is the next 8 weeks. Everton's a bit lower. When will they have a decent run of just green? So maybe after Arsenal against Burnley could be a decent shout to get them, but at the moment we won't go through them. We'll just stick with Raya. Anyways, we'll move on back to his teammate in Grealish. I don't know what I'm doing with him, I'll be honest. He's just been, ever since those first couple games, he really hasn't done much. He's just had a lot of single-digit games around for, like the scores of 4-7, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, 4-7, 5-5, 15 against Palace when he scored that goal. But then he had a 5-5 and 8. So literally it's just been those 3 games that have really boosted his score up, which is super annoying. So I probably should trade him. I need to stop looking at averages and maybe just look on recent form because his recent form's not good. It'd be around a 5.3 at the moment, which is not good. Gomez, -1. Looks like his days are over on my team. He made 1.6 this week, 2.3. So he's made, we'll round it up to 4 mil. He's made about 4 mil for me. I'll take it. Now, it would have been nice if, that 0.2 of people having him then, making that 2 mil there. Yeah, only 6.4% of teams have him, including myself. But yeah, his days are numbered, unfortunately. I really need to be cautious with my trades because there's 26 weeks to go. And I've got 25 trades. I'm looking at my team and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Potentially, like one of these two need to not go, but just, I'm keeping Fernandez, potentially Saka, Haaland, obviously, Rice, obviously, and then my 4 defenders, I'm just going to keep them as they are. But yeah, so Gomez might go down to a guy. I do have 3 more boosts. So I could do something like Gomez, Grealish, and João Pedro and kind of spread the money to the midfield and forwards. Just because I think João Pedro, he's had that one really good game, but obviously he's back to a 0, which we'll get to in a tick. So we'll see with trades. I didn't really think about it until then, but at the moment I had Gomez just going down to like someone like Harvey Barnes, but that's just an example. Rodri didn't play. He's just going to be the man that we just never play, I guess. Haaland with put the VC on him. Didn't score a goal, even though they won 4. No, they didn't win at all. Sorry, they lost to Newcastle 2-1, but he didn't score, so he had a 5. And then I had to choose. It was either Rice or Saka, and I went with the wrong guy. Saka scored an 8, which I mean it's better than a 5, so I shouldn't really complain. But an extra 5 points would have been handy. And then João Pedro scored 0, so I mean it's 1 point better than Gomez, but Bueno scored 2. So really, my highest score could have been 100 without using the captains. The captains would have been on Cucurella, another 15, about 115. Anyways, yeah, so that's the team review there. Definitely on my mind, like I just said, guys that I want to get rid of are probably Gomez, Grealish, and Pedro. Maybe I might find a trade between these 3 and see if I can spread the money anywhere. I can have a look at what would that be altogether. I won't do the trades now, obviously. I'll do them later in the week. Because I've only got 50k there. So we trade Gomez. It goes to 10 mil. I know that for sure because I was trying to experiment it last night when it did finally come out. Let me just use a boost here. If it wants to load, that would be beautiful. It'll be around 26 mil, 26.1 mil. Yeah, 26.190. Am I bang on? Yeah, school didn't fail me. That's nice. Um, yeah, definitely want to look at averages here. So Semenyo didn't play, must be injured. Ezzy did just have a 40. He had a hat trick, which was very, very good for him. That would have definitely boosted his average up as well. But I just want to know, is this going to be a common thing where he does this? Not really. He's going up against Chelsea. He's been playing around 90, not really, 90, 88, 72. Just going to probably pass on that. I want to bring in Minter. That's probably a guy I want to bring in. And then is there a forward I'd like to bring in? That would be nice to pair with Haaland. Thiago for Brentford, 10.8, 11.5 mil. Mateta, Pedro Neto. So trading one Pedro to another. I don't know. So probably be. I won't do it now. I'll probably do it after the video and see what I have after that. But yeah, it might be a look of that, just a little season of that. Before I go, let's have a look at who scored the most of the round. I guess we know it was Ezzy. Mario, 31. Harvey Barnes, 28. That's going to be a guy that people are looking to target. A lot of Forest guys, all defenders. It's very interesting. Did they all just score a goal or something? I'll have a look at it after. Lacroix, 22. Oh, Drewsbury Hall, my king. But yeah, I want to have a look at the highest um, score of the round, which would be nice. Highest was 191. Wow. Went up 1,100 spots and is lower than me. That's very interesting. Wow, lots of Crystal Palace guys. That's definitely what really made the difference. And Ezzy as well. But everyone else, and Barnes, surely that's just a fluke. Jeez, that's a lot of guys. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about this. Why didn't I bring in Sanchez from Chelsea, who could have made me some money, and then trade him back down to Pirate at 3.5? But doesn't really matter. That's in hindsight now. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in for the Game Week 12 review. I'll be posting the Game Week 13 preview later this week. But yeah, hopefully you guys did well. I'm actually pretty happy. I've hit the top 5% mark, and hopefully onwards and upwards from here. So yeah, let's keep on pushing that. Let's aim for 4% and just keep going. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.